So again, what I've got here is a repair. I've already started. It's iPhone 5S that's been brought into us for screen refurbishment. Now just switching on. As you can see, everything is absolutely fine with the touchscreen and the LCD. It's just the damage to the glass. We've already, like I said, we've already got the repair started. The mid frame has been taken off. Everything sort of behind, sort of underneath, you can see that has been taken off. Carefully put it back down. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is switch it off, remove the screen, and then start the refurbishment. So stripping the glass off, we've got it on this heater now that we're going to use this very fine wire with to go sort of underneath the surface of the LCD and between the LCD and the glass. So once we've got the wire in there, we're just going to draw it all the way down very slowly, very carefully to be able to get the LCD off. We'll get that done and then we'll take the LCD from the glass. Okay, here's the screen then. We've obviously got it off, the glass is still on here. But yeah, the wire, all we're going to do with the wire now is pull the sort of used part off. We'll test this screen again just now to make sure that it's not suffered any sort of damage whilst the heat was sort of allowing us to pull the wire down and get it off. So yeah, we'll just test and then we'll move on. Okay, then just testing on the phone again. As you can see, we've got the time up there, the display working absolutely fine. Now these screens, once the glass isn't on them, can act a little bit strange, but generally that is working okay. The adhesive also doesn't help, but yeah, you can see that there is absolutely fine. So I'm going to leave that there so I don't put the wrong passcode in. Try and switch off. There we go. So yeah, what we're going to do next is take off all this on the front. That's going to involve us removing the polarizer, which the glue is on, which gives us the sort of display and the way it works. So we'll get that off and then clean the rest of the screen up next. Okay then, so removing the polarizer, which is the sort of film that's coming off as I push the screen under this blade. The blade is actually hot, which is softening the adhesive that holds it onto the surface of the LCD. Just very, very carefully and slowly, just keep pushing it over the whole surface and the whole length of the LCD until the polarizer comes off. Once it's off, there'll be some adhesive that we need to clean off, so we'll get that done and then move on. Alright, so the screen, we're cleaning it up now. I hope you can see the sort of shine starting to appear. That's the glass underneath the polarizer that we've removed, and then the adhesive that we're just taking off. What it did look like was pretty much this. This is another screen that we're stripping as well. All that adhesive on there was underneath the polarizer. But yeah, that's done now, so all we're going to do is a little bit more tidying up and make sure that there's no adhesive left. The surface is absolutely perfect, and then yeah, we'll see what it looks like with test. Switching on again to test the screen. All we have at the moment is a white screen. Now that's not a fault, that is because the polarizer isn't on the screen. Now what the polarizer does is allow the image, pretty much on my understanding, to be seen. You can see there where the polarizer is absolutely fine, and where it isn't, it's just a white screen. But we know that's all okay. So what I'm going to do now is fit a new polarizer so we can see it properly, and then we'll move towards getting a new piece of glass on. Right, so putting a polarizer on a screen. We use this machine where it's on the sort of bed that can move. And we take the backing off the polarizer, stick it in exactly the right place from the top. Then we draw down this part here to about here. I won't put it down to sort of cause problems for the LCD. Then we'll just roll it along. It sort of sticks this down absolutely perfectly, and then we'll be able to see on screen again what is there, and then stick a new piece of glass on. Okay, then we've just finished the process. As you can see, the colour of the polarizer, sorry, the surface of the screen has changed. That's because the peel-off sheet on the sort of top side of the polarizer is now there. We can touch it without a problem. So what we're going to do now is test again, and then we'll put on a new piece of glass. Alright, then here we are with the new polarizer in place. As you can see, it's displaying absolutely fine. No problems there at all with the LCD. So now what we're going to do is get a new piece of glass on, and we'll complete the repair. So the piece of glass, now we've got it here in the same machine that we've already used to put the polarizer on the LCD. But this time we're using the piece of glass and an ochre sheet, which this is. What we do is get it pretty much in exactly the right place. Then switch the machine on and draw this top part down to about here. And it sucks the ochre sheet up in exactly the right place. We take two backings off and then fold it back down and move this along to put the ochre sheet on, and then we'll move on. Alright, so that process, we've just done that. I hope you can see the ochre sheet. I'm sort of running a nail along the edge. You can see it in the corner there. Obviously it's over the whole of the area of the screen. So now that's done, we're going to put the two together, and that should soon be that. Alright, nearly there now. Now we've got the LCD in the mould, which is pretty much just putting the LCD in this shaped mould. We'll put it in the bottom, sort of push it down just to make sure it's in the right place. Then we put the piece of glass on top of it. Now I hope you can see at the bottom difference in colour. Sort of the darker black just above my thumb, and then the lighter black just above that. That is where it's only come into contact with the ochre sheet at the bottom. Look at it from the side, you can see it's sort of up. It's not sort of flat down yet. So what we're going to do is put it in the machine that we use to sort of press the two together and move on. So pressing the two together, we've got the screen, as you can see here, in mould in the vacuum chamber. And what happens, the roller comes down and the screen moves along underneath it. Once it's done, goes back, and that is that. What we'll do next is take it out and then see what it looks like. So after being pressed together, screens commonly look like this, where the lighter areas is where the ochre sheet hasn't quite stuck to the inside of the touchscreen. The darker areas is where the contact has been made. But now what we're going to do is put it in this machine to sort all these issues out. Then we'll see perfect black screen with none of these sort of uneven colours or contact, and then we'll test again. So the machine's just finished. We've got the screen here. It's taken the cover off the chamber and just peeling the peel-off sheet back. As you can see, the finish now is completely different. It's just absolutely perfect, nice and black, nice and even. So that is that. So all I'm going to do now is put it back on the phone. We'll test to make sure the screen is okay, and then we're done. Alright, then we've gone right ahead and built the screen back up and put it straight in the phone it came from. As you can see, it's looking absolutely fine now. Touch screen, if it wasn't for my thumb, is working absolutely fine. There's no problems there whatsoever. You can see the LCD is sort of good and solid, it's stable, there's no sort of lines on it, marks, problems, instability, flickering, anything like that. So that is all good. And like I say, it's all back in the phone and ready to go. And if you got your own iPhone between 4 and 5S currently, with damaged glass and the LCD being okay, then we can replace that for you just by doing a screen refurbishment.